Welcome to another episode of Velocity Chaos! Hello and welcome here to the Velocity Chaos podcast. We are coming to you at the speed of sound on the air from the Hexapod Soundhouse in Cleveland, Ohio. My name is Luke, and I am joined by the awesome co-host Nick. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Glad to be here. The 55th episode of Velocity Chaos podcast. It is exciting to continue rolling down these tracks with you guys. And by guys, I mean you, Luke, of course, but I also mean our trusty, tried and true DJ Full-Tilt Boogie.
What's going on, guys? How's it going today? Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, man, it's great to have you here. And yeah, this is going to be a good show. Luke, tell us what's going on today.
We got a nice list right here. We got some nostalgia I want to hit, some Shfifty Five nostalgia.
Whoa.
If that rings any bells. Then you want to get into some conspiracy theories with the Skull and Bones.
Yes.
And then you're going to ask us, DJ Full-Tilt Boogie and I, if we know what's popular when it comes to beers. Beers. And then inaugural segment right now. Not right now. At the end, this episode. Are you smarter than a podcaster? We will find out. But all that and more, because just a reminder to our returning listeners and a note for our new friends here at the Velocity Chaos podcast, we explore the highest heights of human knowledge and the lowest depths of crude humor. Our mission is to tickle that pink thing between your ears, poke that frontal lobe, and sometimes just smash the laugh box. So hop in and buckle up for an infotainment ride across the airwaves.
And before we get into it, a reminder to follow us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod and on Facebook. Also, drop us some stars on iTunes, some love on Spotify, and toss us a sub on YouTube. Thanks as always for your support.
Shiggity shwa.
55.
You guys remember those
yeah.
old animated songs
Oh, yeah.
back in the late 90s, early aughts?
Flash animations.
Flash, if we could only go back.
E-Bombs
Golden
World.
area of YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Man, I'm missing it today.
E-Bombs
Full
World.
tilt over there.
Is that it? Is E-Bombs World still a thing?
E-Bombs were, there was another one.
Who was
Albino sheep or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Or is it Albino Black Sheep?
Albino black sheep, I think that's what it was.
Yeah. Great. So E-Bombs World.
Those were the genesis of people creating stuff just out into the world. And it was a wonderful time for exploration as a kid. What drove this nostalgia is Shfifty Five. This is our 55th episode, and this is not going to be something that I'd say our older listeners, I'd say probably past the 45-year range would understand.
Yeah.
We're just those darn cretins in their hip hop music and their
Those ticker talks
and their Pez dispensers. I don't know.
No. Hey, look, everybody has an adaptive window in their life. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember E-Bombs World. I'm looking at it now. It's a mess now.
Yeah.
It's all clickbait. This is where I'm going to start sourcing clickbait headlines for our for our podcast. But the thing is, I remember the experience of discovering the internet, and it was all dial-up. So I was going down to my friend's house who had a computer. We didn't really even have a computer yet in my house.
Yeah.
And it's weird to think about this. It really is. Now, I looked on my phone the other day. Last week I spent an average of like 6.5 hours on my phone a day.
Ooh.
But here's the thing. I do a lot of work. It's almost all work off my phone now. I almost never, I'm not really a doom scroller. I don't do a lot on social media. So it was all, everything's in my pocket now, mobile, and I can work. I'm working right now.
Look at this.
I'm working
doing
it. But I remember kind of being on E-Bombs World, and you could also sense like the peripheral nature of like the quote unquote sexy content also like being on there. And like my parents got wind of it, and they're just like, you can't do it. So we were like relegated to looking at this stuff with like parents in the room, which is even more hilarious because when you play Shfifty Five, yeah, and like my buddy's dad is just like, what the hell? Get outside and help me grill these burgers. Like, do something with yourself. And we're like, no, another one, like another 2-minute video.
Yes, this was Group X, and the other thing is, I don't think people younger than I'd say 18 would understand this either. Maybe even 20, might not catch this.
But there's like hip kids out there.
Yeah, there's like 20-year range. I think that'd be like, yeah, I remember that Group X. They're Mario twins. Because I don't know where they were from, but they had these like weird accents, friend, and then they talk like this, and they would just do these raunchy stories about whatever character. One was the Mario twins, one was counting to 55, but in an odd way, and they just, I don't know, the straight bangers as they would call them now. These kids these days.
These little pop culture references. Yeah. The funny thing is, I'm so curious. I mean, I bet you they did not make that much money.
No.
And that's the funny thing is, it was in a time where people were doing things that would get these millions of views, but then just no monetization.
Yeah.
Do you remember Ask a Ninja?
Yo, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was great.
So that guy was one of the first people to start figuring out how to monetize content. But then I've looked him up. After he kind of wrapped up the Ask a Ninja phase, like he tried to launch other endeavors and just never could translate.
Didn't catch. That I mean that leads me to homestarrunner.com.
Oh wow, yeah.
I think that was also like at the beginning with Strong Bad doing advice emails. And it's this guy in a lucha libre mask with boxing gloves on, and he's typing. Like, he'd just be really, really hardcore, and his response is like, calling people idiots and stuff. And it was so good.
Did you guys ever get down on kickedinthenuts.com?
No.
There's a guy running around in an orange afro in a blue jumpsuit, and all he would do is kick people in the nuts, like from like kids to grown men.
What?
They made a Family Guy character.
That's what I thought it was. Like I didn't realize that was based off an actual thing.
Is this like the version of like when we're older, like we made weird YouTube videos and we didn't even get paid for it. We were just kicking each other in the nuts for fun.
Yeah, and all the jackass stuff, like those guys, like. I knew people back in high school that they tried to do stuff like that, just going shopping carts in the parking lot and into like curbs and stuff, just like dude, why are you in a cast? Oh, because we took a shopping cart off, we was driving in the car and I was holding on, and it's like
really all it was that the consumerism of video cameras started to become more available because kids were already doing stupid stuff. Teenagers, everybody was already making
but we could
stuff.
record it
but now you could record it affordably. But also transfer it to somewhere where people could watch it.
Yeah, because
videotapes, man. I mean, you it was like zines. Like you could only like distribute you'd have to copy videotapes of like
ridiculous
a reel of like funny things. And America's Funniest Home Videos had already cornered that at like grabbing videotapes, cutting it all together, putting it up on a TV show.
Yeah.
But nobody was really doing like running a YouTube channel back then.
No, now you just got Rob Dyrdek standing in front of a jumbo screen.
yes. Which is the better version of America's Honey. It was like the
which I mean, he's a very interesting person.
And he's massively successful.
He is. And he's from Ohio too. Like
really?
Yeah. I've listened to a few interviews with him, and that
Where
guy
from?
Don't put me on the spot, but it's somewhere like north half. Like,
we should have put him on our list of most 50th episode.
He might be. I don't think it's necessarily Cleveland. I think he's
from Kettering, Ohio.
And then his cousin, Big Cat, and the other one, they wanted to be a rapper or whatever.
Yeah.
They're from Parma, I think, or something or Akron.
We should have kicked Tom Hanks off, which is a fact check correction from our boy. Is your sister?
Yeah.
DJ Full-Tilt Boogie's sister was like. Very clear. So happy to take fact checking if you want to let us know, but you got to let us know. Otherwise, we won't shout you out. I do love a good.
The only thing I think is that he got his acting started in Cleveland.
Yeah, we can defend it a little bit,
but that's that's. I thought it was going to be a list of people like who grew up in Cleveland.
I should also point out that my girl Catherine Hahn grew up in Cleveland,
Ooh,
so she was, I think, She was not born here. So another fact check correction.
Yeah.
So this is turning from Shfifty Five into
it's all
fact checking
good.
minute. But anyway,
No, but
back
I mean,
to it.
Yeah. So
Group X.
Group X. It just it's titled Shfifty Five Nostalgia, but this is just like the early stages of internet. Well, miniclips.com. That was another one like a game. I think that was a game website where I'd play that putt all day long.
Yeah, Flash games.
Flash games,
which are like they're gone now. They're extinct.
They're on your phone now.
Well, no, like Flash is
Flash
not supported.
itself. Yeah.
It's dead. It's
Really?
crazy. Yeah.
I mean, I can't play T games anymore.
Yeah,
You got to get emulators now that are
Yeah.
like a package that you download and then you like put the film, like you put the program into the Flash on your desktop. You can't browse. You can't do browser stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So it's wild.
It is crazy, but that just led me to think because I saw some stupid kid doing some stupid dance at I think a wedding or something, and that just led me to think like that now. I think that's Fortnite based. Kids doing the
What's that
stupid
called?
floss.
Oh,
I hate that one the most. Like
that.
if there's anything that makes me want to punch a kid in the face, is the floss dance.
Yeah.
Like the other ones, okay, whatever. But like as soon as I see that floss, I'm just like cracking knuckles. I'm taping up like on the sidelines.
You don't stop by the time this inning is over. If I see you on that jumbotron one more time.
So I'm just thinking like
That'd be hysterical. Yeah. They cut away, then they cut back to the kid, and it's just you smashing him into the stairs. They should do that. They should do. You know how they plant that? Just some dude, just
get the sock and boppers on.
Yeah.
You ask a kid these days what sock and boppers are, I'd be like, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
All right, glove up.
Glove up. Oh my god.
But yeah, that just like I was thinking like what is out there now that I think is stupid that parents 20 years ago thought was stupid, or people in their 30s and 40s like those guys are like I'm thinking they're thinking Group X was stupid if we're or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
And just the perpetual cycle of
definitely
we're
TikTok.
old now.
It's definitely TikTok.
Or I'm old.
But you can stay young at heart. I realize this, there's some people who talk about innovation and everyone's like, yeah, innovation. But like to truly be accepting of everything, it takes work. And I saw this segment coming up and I was like, oh, this is what I mean. It's convicting to say, oh, you kids don't know what you're talking about. And it's like there's kids who are half our age now who are making money just on these investment apps. They're taking their little monthly allowance and putting it into stocks and then doubling their money.
Except that all crashed.
Well, not crypto. Even just even like Robinhood and investment banking stuff, because it's for a kid. There's like no risk when you're a middle-aged adult and you're like, well, if I put $200 into this and it goes down, I lose it, or it's not incrementally doing anything for you. A kid can put $100 down and maybe make $20. Yeah, and do that in a weekend. So he's got no risk. So he's playing like it's
a game.
It's if you made gambling like legal for 12-year-olds. Like they're just taking their allowance in there and having a good time.
Yeah.
No, but I get you. Look, the TikTok thing. Have you heard about this clothes hanger thing?
No.
What? This is where like TikTok would just
are these all the challenge
consume
things?
my attention, and that's why I want to avoid it because I have responsibilities. That's the problem with being an adult with some of these things. When you're a kid, you can sit on eBaum's World for 2 hours with your buddies, right? Yeah. Anyway, the latest thing on TikTok that I saw, which is the equivalent of Shfifty Five now, is the coat hanger thing, where if you put the coat hanger, regular plastic one, on your head, and like it's touching the sides of your head, like down by your ears, and you kind of like really relax, your head like naturally like turns. I've done this, and it's true.
Because of TikTok, you did it.
Because of
you
TikTok,
fell trapped.
I saw a TikTok video on Instagram.
Oh, okay, Instagram is cool.
But no, seriously,
Sure.
You gotta try this. It's weird, but so that's like the equivalent now of you see a challenge or something funny or something that's like a trend. The water bucket challenge.
Bunch of sheep out there.
But that's their Shfifty Five, right?
So they started the ice bucket challenge and like, oh crap, we're wasting all this water. Like especially in like California and stuff. Like, we got to make this for ALS or whatever they did it for, or something. Like we got to make this like where people are paying money to donate to a charity.
Water conservation.
Yeah, but that's really that got me to think is I really shouldn't be so upset with these kids doing these stupid dances because I was a stupid kid at some point. I'm a stupid adult still, so it's like
we're on the same boat.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
Well, that's a good way of looking at it. I mean, everything old becomes new again, and vice versa. It's just cycles. But I think that one big difference is maybe the attention span on stuff. Like, Shfifty Five was, I mean, whole summer of Shfifty Five. You know, like,
it was even through high school.
The whole thing. You could reference it. People would be like, "Hey,
I'm familiar with what you're familiar with."
We're bonding. We're communicating.
Back in times before cell phones.
Smartphones.
Oh, geez, a time without cell phones. That sounds like that could make a good story. And you know what else has a brilliant story? Book. Yes, Book. Book has so many wonderful characters, so many wonderful themes, so many wonderful moments, and so many amazing words. Book takes you on a wild journey of experiences that so many people can relate to. Reading Book will open your eyes to so many life events of the main character and all the main character's eccentric and unique associates. Book is a real page-turner, and take it from me, someone who can't read good, reading Book was really something. It was quite the magical experience. If you want to get your hands on Book, go to the website and use code VCPOD20 at checkout to get your first 20 pages of Book free when you purchase Book. And if you don't use code VCPOD20, then they're going to rip out the first 20 pages before they send you Book. So just use the code. This is not an actual product, service, or idea, just in case you thought it was. It's not. If there is something out there with the same name, we are unaware, and I have no affiliation, offer no judgment, any actual product, service, or idea.
I'm going to have to read that, but only on my phone. All right. We're going to get into a segment called Conspiracy Theory. This is where we just cover it. I know we've gotten some of the big ones out of the way, so I wanted to get into some more of the interesting specific ones, okay? Today, we're going to talk about the Skull and Bones Society, okay? Right out of the gate, I'm just going to explain this to you. It is a world control conspiracy theory, like very associative to the Illuminati. Some people believe that the Skull and Bones is like a subset of the Illuminati in America.
The elite of the Illuminati, or like
a newer branch.
Oh, so
it's an acquisition of the 20th century. The Illuminati is getting into Yale. That's what they're doing. So in some ways, I think I'll just admit it. Like some of these world control, not necessarily Illuminati, but these world control conspiracies, like I do just think they're naturally true. Like it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's probably true because if you realize like if you look at the list of people who've been in the society, like the U.S. ambassadors, a couple presidents, a couple of major business people, they've all been a part of it. So there's no way that this society doesn't have some influence on what's
someone's pulling the strings.
Yeah. Do I think it's as conspiratorial and they're into weird stuff and they're like they got magic and all that crap? No.
Maybe.
But like listen to some of the names, right? John Kerry.
Yep.
Right? George W. Bush.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Former President William Howard Taft, which was one of the earlier members. Fred Smith from FedEx. There's a lot of U.S. ambassadors on this list, which is very interesting. And pretty much the king of all of them that I found, Paul Giamatti.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that guy. Wow. He's a string puller.
Conspiracy confirmed. And just to run through the rest of the... Oh, you got something?
No, it's not Liar Liar. It's, what was he in?
Big Fat Liar.
Big Fat Liar. Yeah, he's a big fat liar.
Yeah, he's a big fat liar. So if you ask him about Skull and Bones, don't trust him.
Yeah.
It's all a lie. Believe the opposite of what he's telling you. So founded in 1832 at Yale... This student organization also goes by the Order 322, and the Brotherhood of Death.
Well, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's intense.
It gets better.
Okay.
Members are referred to as Bonesmen, and their HQ is called the Tomb. It's like this mausoleum-looking building that they specifically designed to look all creepy. There's no windows. It's very like a mausoleum. It's like a giant mausoleum. They also owned like this island in the St. Lawrence River called Deer Island, which apparently has seen better days. It's kind of run down. There's part of the initiation. You have to go out to Deer Island, but there's like nothing there anymore.
Well, my question is, how do we get in?
You have to go to Yale.
Oh. Do they have free online classes that we can take?
I'm enrolled in a couple extracurriculars this summer. Can I get in the Bonesman
badminton class?
Yeah. I talked about some people think the Skull and Bones is a wing of the Illuminati, and some people think that they control the CIA, which is, again, they probably have influence on it. Do they just control it as a whim of what they want? Who knows?
God, that's scary. Now, like you guys are gonna leave, and then I'm gonna be here, and then there's just gonna be like this letter that's on the table. Like, what the hell? Where'd that come from?
We can't upload any more episodes of the Plastic Hands podcast. What's going on?
Wait, how did you guys know about this? We didn't even upload it yet.
yeah. They're listening from the lava lamp.
Oh my God, I knew I shouldn't have got the lava lamp.
You should have got the real lava lamp. Is this a real? This is the.
No, this isn't. This is off-brand.
Off-brand. Okay.
It would have taken too long for the real one to get here.
Yeah. So, I think it's interesting more from the fact of like, okay, so you're going to start a society. It's going to be exclusive, but you're going to do it at one of the most prestigious universities in the world that is generating lawyers and thinkers and all this stuff, right? And actors. Paul Giamatti's. You're bound to have control. And that's what I think is like, it's less of a conspiracy theory from the sense of like, these people just have power or there's something mystical about them, and really goes into the in depth of like, if you just play your cards long enough and well enough, you will create a society of people who have a lot of sway.
Yeah, but as long as there's societies like this that are even more powerful, then your society means nothing.
Like the Skull and Bones, is like weak sauce versus like bigger ones. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying the Skull and Bones is a good one, and if we made a society, it'd be weak sauce comparatively.
Well, yeah. Well, right now, but
in 500 years, we're space lords.
Space lords. We should just start the Space Lords like secret society right now.
Yeah.
That we're blasting out on our podcast. If you want to join, write us at VelocityKS podcast at gmail.com. Is it VelocityKS pod or
podcast?
VelocityKS podcast at gmail.com, and send us your application.
Yeah.
And a $5 fee for the application processing fee.
Non-refundable.
Non-refundable.
And you have to send it you got to keep sending it every week.
It's only refundable if you get in.
Yeah.
But you got to apply 3 times. So what do you think about like the secret society stuff? Like, do you think they have like secret weapons, or do you think like
they know what aliens, like they are in contact with aliens?
Sure.
They control the weather.
Yeah. Well, we already like discovered that. I don't know. Yeah. Previous.
Yeah, them chemtrails.
But look at this, right? Okay, like look at these guys. George W. Bush and John Kerry are literally like battling it out for the White House. Like, you don't think there's something going on there? Like,
yeah, like how are both of them in contention? Like they're like, we don't care who wins.
Yeah. The Skull, the Bonesman will be in control of the White House.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, there's that. I mean, Fred Smith. FedEx has a lot of negotiations with the federal government because they are such a huge part of the infrastructure.
Yeah.
One, of commerce, but 2, of just like shipping things back and forth, moving things around. So that commerce is kind of like, he can call people that pool, big in Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., and just be like, hey, you're a bonesman. What are you doing? Like, this policy's going to screw me over, stuff like that. So I don't know. I think there's something to be said about it. I think you're right, though. Like, if you go to Cleveland State and join, whatever society.
Yeah, where was Cleveland State's one? Yeah. I would have gone to Yale if I knew this thing.
I'm just here for the free T-shirt, man.
Yeah. It would be funny if you were just a freshman. You just, knock on the door. You're just like, hey, man, I'm a pretty badass person. Like, I have a bone to pick with you guys. Like, let me in your club.
I have a bone.
Yeah. I have a boner right now. Wait, what? Come on in, kid. This guy's funny.
We're not going to kill you yet.
So that's the thing. Why do you think they were so fixated on this death, kind of weird stuff?
Is this where the Death Eaters from Harry Potter's derived from?
They're real.
They are.
I don't know.
But I don't. Yeah. I mean, maybe they played Dungeons and Dragons, and it was like, let's make the Death World, Brotherhood of Death, but then it turned into something more, and then they just got 40 people playing Dungeons and Dragons, and then they started a Dungeons and Dragons club.
That was their campaign.
Yeah.
The Skull and Bones campaign.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Well, there you go. That's one answer, one version.
It's a less harsh answer.
It's probably because they wanted to scare people. Things that scare people talk about. And so if people are talking about your secret society but don't know anything about your secret society, it's more mysterious. And so then you get people wanting to join your secret society, and then you don't let anybody join, so you're even more secret. It's it's perfect perpetuation of secrets.
It's like in Batman, like you always fear what you don't understand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But really, it's all a cover up. They just hang out with like Care Bears and stuff. And they're like, no, man, we got good tunes. Yeah. We listen to the Ramones on Wednesday.
Could you imagine just rolling out to like Deer Island and it's just like a bunch of dudes drinking Arnold Palmer? It's just in camp chairs, just wearing flip-flops with sandals, flip-flops with freaking socks on. And they're just like, hey, guys, you want Arnold Palmer? You're like, this is way less badass than I thought it was.
Their official sport is ping pong.
Ping pong.
Where's the death at?
You're just hanging out there. You're grilling burgers. Everybody's happy. Clock strikes 9. They drag out this woman screaming and this guy screaming, and they're naked. They just slit their throat. You're like, oh,
that's where the name comes from.
Yeah. You guys are officially cool now. Oh,
yes. Unless I had to do something with witches back then. I don't know. And then the
this is 1800
or witches in the 1600s.
Yeah,
like I don't know. Maybe they found one.
A modern witch.
And then or they found some Wiccans, and
that's the one thing that'd be interesting if I mean a lot of them are like definitely boys clubs. Like you don't see women in these. There's no women on the list when I looked it up. But if you're curious to see a bunch of people who are confirmed bonesmen, you can click on the link. Bonersmen, boner guys. Total boner.
That is insane. Like truly, I guess it just more confirms things that there's people in charge somewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a conspiracy theory, but
I don't think it's a conspiracy.
It's not. But that's what's interesting about secret societies. A lot of people, and I think this goes back into the original question: why do they call it Skull and Bones? Why do they call it the Tomb? Why are they called Bonesmen? Why is it all scary? Yeah. Because people embellish it naturally.
Yeah.
And that just makes it more powerful.
And so they don't have any girls come because girls don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
It's the boys only, okay?
It's yucky.
That's where Saturdays for the boys started.
Let's go up to Deer Island, just crack a couple cold ones. Anyway, speaking of for the boys, I'm going to pivot out of these conspiratorial secret societies and just flip into what really matters.
Straight facts.
Popular beer. Do you know what's popular when it comes to beer?
The beers. Anheuser-Busch.
The beers.
Columbus or St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis, Missouri. Wow.
This is St. Louis, Ohio. Columbus, Missouri.
This segment's already done pretty much. No, this is going to be cool. I actually looked this up. So we're in a segment now called Do You Know What's Popular? And we just break down top lists of things, different ways, different stats. This one I'm going to break it down just from flat sales, man. Just like who's making the most dough out of the suds,
out of the wheat, or yeast,
who's carbonate up, and I got the top 7 lead grossing beer companies in the world as of 2021.
In the world,
and I picked this because it's interesting how distribution of beverages works, and I actually learned a little bit looking at it. I mean, the big curiosity. Quick preamble to this is like one of my favorite breweries here in Cleveland, Platform. Mm-hmm. So they were acquired by Anheuser-Busch 3 years ago. And it just drew this big question in my mind of like, what is going on in the beer industry? And what is happening is these big beer companies with the standard line, like Budweiser, they are diversifying by buying the microbreweries, but they do them regionally. So you have a craft brewer, like Anheuser-Busch has Platform, which covers like Ohio, Kentucky, maybe parts of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's their craft brewer in this area because they can distribute, a state away. And then they might buy, I think there's one in Tennessee. They'll buy that one and that covers the other region. So you're getting these craft brews out, but all the money funnels back up into the big company. Damn. But the good news is for consumers is that there's not a lot of interference with the craft brewer. They're still doing their micro brews. They're still experimenting, and they're still pushing craft brew. It's not like they come in and say, all right, take Budweiser as your base now for every beer.
Yeah.
And then just make it taste different. Like, they are still doing their own craft. So
just a new parent company.
if you look at some of these numbers, that's why these beverage companies are just insanely profitable. So I got the top 7 for you here, and we'll just go up the list really quick. So yeah, you got a question?
No, I was just say, I kind of always thought that because I heard something similar to that, like that, that these bigger companies are buying up these microbreweries.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering, like, does just one beer company own all the other beer companies, and they're just the
wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. All right, we'll go through the top 5 and talk about some of the big ones.
Okay.
So, number 7. You want to guess? You just want me to tell you?
Yeah, I only really know Anheuser.
Which is, I'm just gonna tell you it's number 1.
Okay. Yeah.
But we'll work our way.
I know it's popular.
yeah. Finally. That tells us a lot about your life. Thai beverage, $8.1 billion.
Those Tide Pods.
People drinking Tide Pods. No, Thai beverage, they pretty much handle all, like, a lot of the Southern Asian brew, like, beer brands. They it's the thing is, these are all distribution companies. They brew like that main line of beer, and then they aggregate all of the other ones and sell them. So they're really all about distribution. All right. So then that's number 7. Coming in number 6, Carlsberg Group.
Okay.
You ever have a Carlsberg?
I can't say I have, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, you've heard of it. No, it's a big brand in Europe, especially. So Carlsberg is out of Denmark. They have, on their website, they have 711 different beverages.
That's where 7-Eleven came from, huh?
Exactly. They have a 7-Eleven too.
Facts.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
Fact check us on that one. First one to call us back, it's I don't know. We'll buy you a beer. A Carlsberg. 711 beverages listed on their site. I didn't have time to go through all of them. That's a lot.
Wow.
But it's
Peroni.
alcoholic, it's seltzers, it's things like that. They're one of the biggest distributors in Europe. I have had 1664. You ever have that beer?
Maybe a long time.
I've had it. You might recognize the label. So I have had one of their beers. But they're major. Here's a brand you're going to recognize coming in at number 5. Molson Coors Brewing Company.
So did they merge at some point?
They did.
Okay.
So Molson's was a Canadian company, and Coors was Colorado in the U.S. And they eventually, I don't know when the merge happened, but
I'll check it.
You can check it. I'll tick off some of the brands. You're going to recognize a lot of these, which is fun. So I'm just going to blast through a bunch of them.
2005.
2005, so relatively recent. Okay, so now they cover pretty much all North America. So they have Arizona Hard, which is the line of Arizona sweet teas that they're spiked. Arnold Palmer spiked. They have Bavaria Belgian Moon, which is the same as a Blue Moon. Bergen beer. They have Bo. I've had that. Bersati, Brennick. I'm getting to one I want. Cobra. They distribute Cobra.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
DJ.
Right up my alley, dude.
There we go. DJ Full-Tilt Boogie, we found yours. They got Coors Banquet, Coors Edge, Coors Seltzer, Coors Light, Coors Organic, Coors Original, Coors Pure, Coors Slice. They have Cristal, Cusqueña. They have Foster's, Killian's, Golden Wing. They do Grolsch. Ham's beers under them now. Ice House. They got Ice House.
Fight House.
They have Keystone Light. They have Leinenkugel. They distribute them here. There you go. Some shandies for you.
Oh, yeah. Some shandy.
They got Miller. So they do Miller Genuine Draft, Miller High Life, Miller Light, Miller 64. They do Milwaukee's Best.
And these guys are number 5.
Yeah.
And these are some heavy hitters.
All the Molson brands. They do O'Keefe. They do Old English 800. Peroni in the U.S. So they distribute Peroni here.
I called it.
And Red's Wicked, Red's Hard Apple Ale.
Gross. Those are gross.
Those are so gross.
Jolly Ranchers.
Sol, the cerveza, I think that's a Mexican beer. Topo Chico, hard seltzer. Tiska, which is my favorite Polish beer. And that's it. Those are kind of like the big ones, but definitely some big brands underneath them.
Yeah.
So they're at number 5. They sit at number 5, and they have they do 9.7 annually $9.7 billion. So we're gonna make a big jump here. All right. Can you guess where the number 4 beer distributor is? Like where they hail from?
Out. China?
Close.
Mexico.
Nope. Luke's closer.
Thailand.
That was number 7. He's like, I'm on the
Vietnam.
list. No. Wrong way. Japan. Number 4, number 3 are from Japan.
Oh, okay.
Kirin, number 4, and Asahi is one of the big distributors. It's got a big footprint in Australia and New Zealand. That's what
I was gonna say. It's got to be a lot of export.
Yeah, it gives it a lot of the edge. So the Kirin does $17.3 billion a year.
All their income is based on destination shipping. They're paying for shipping.
yeah. They're just getting beer around the world. Yeah. Asahi is $19 billion. 2 Japanese companies. Let's just get into the last 2 here because I think it's good to break it down and know where your beer comes from. Number 2, you know this brand. You know the base brand. Let's have a guess.
Yingling?
No, close. Getting there.
Dogfish Head.
No.
Too specific.
Bigger.
Way bigger.
Bigger. Think bigger.
So we got. I mean I was thinking like Budweiser's under Anheuser Busch. Or
yeah.
Is it not?
Yep.
Okay, so that
you're starting to figure it out.
This might not be good podcasting if I'm just umming and ahhing.
All right.
DJ Full-Tilt
Any
Boogie.
guess? It's okay. It's green.
Yeah,
Your biggest.
It's green.
Heineken.
There you go.
That's the guy.
Thank you for contributing.
Do you want to know? You know, I know that was the first thing that came to my head, just because this guy Luke actually brought your favorite DJ a 6er of Heineken on my birthday not too long ago.
There you go.
It was a 5-pack.
It was on sale.
It's a 5-pack. Heineken from the Netherlands comes in at number 2 with $22.5 billion in annual revenue. They import into the United States, obviously Heineken. They also do Amstel. They do Tigre, Desperado, which is like a malt like liquor. But then here we go, Tecate. We all like Tecate. Yeah. They do Sol in the United States, and they do Red Stripe. So they do some very recognizable brands there. But yeah, Heineken number 1 or number 2, and then number 1, the big bad, blows them all out of the water by a long shot.
So what was Heineken?
Number 2.
No, I mean
$22.5 billion a year.
So it was like 19 at 3 and then 22.5 at.
Yeah. Any guess what Anheuser-Busch?
You said it's a big jump.
Big freaking jump.
57.
Ooh, DJ Full-Tilt Boogie.
77.
You guys overshot a little bit, but still, $46.8 billion annual revenue.
Double it, more than
doubled
doubling.
It. I just caught a couple of screen grabs of this. They just to rip through the brands. Like we drink these so much every day. I mean, once a week. Budweiser, Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Stella Artois, Patagonia, Busch, Natty Light, Land Shark, Presidente, Hoegaarden, Shock Top, getting down Elysian, Four Peaks, Golden Road, Goose Island, our guys' platform over here, Red Hook. Those are some of the like private. They do Virtue Cider, and a couple other ones, but those are their big ones.
Did you say Patagonia?
The shirt company?
What did I say? Alicia.
Let's say they're their own like whole milk companies too. Just
Dairyman's?
Sorry. Yeah. Ranch dressing?
Yeah. Hidden Valley? What?
No, but they do Breckenridge. Sorry, I think I might have said it wrong. But Breckenridge Brewery.
Oh, okay.
So they own those kind of craft.
I thought in Cleveland, that's what I heard. Like that's what I was thinking. Anheuser like is just massive. At least here, because didn't they buy the Cleveland Brewing Company? Or was it Great Lakes? I thought it was one of those two.
They bought
they
Platform.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Okay, maybe
That was the one I was talking about at the top of the segment. Platform.
No, but I thought like
they brought
I've
another
heard,
one.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Maybe they bought the distribution company. But anyway, it's fascinating. I mean, think about all the Budweiser ads, the Michelob Ultra ads, the Stella Artois ads. I mean, that you see, like, that's all one company promoting itself. It's just so crazy. So they control
inward competition.
To be honest with you, this might be terrible of me to say, but if you put 3 glasses in front of me, Budweiser, Michelob Ultra, and Stella, I'd probably be able to pick out the Stella because it's a pretty distinct blonde between those 3. But I don't think I'd be able to tell the difference between Budweiser and Michelob Ultra. So these are definitely the staple, just easy drinking beers.
Maybe we should try that.
We should try that. That'd be funny, like a beer taster. Anyway, that was what's popular. And Anheuser-Busch's brands are very popular.
Super popular.
Super popular. Can I tell a quick beer story that will illustrate that exact point?
Yeah.
I'll keep it under 2 minutes. Unlikely, but
yarn me.
This is a shout out to family friend Kilkenny. He's a good friend of my brother's. And we were on a ski trip. This is like 7 years ago. And we were on a ski trip. He's a big beer guy, but he loves craft beer. He doesn't drink the swill that, they just like get out of the Applebee's draft. He can do it, turns his nose up at it. So it was like day 3, had a long day, so decided to hit one of the chalets for a beer, right? Roll in, and we had to split into 2 separate tables. And, we're like, hey, can we see the beer menu, please, for our friend? We want to make sure you got a good beer menu here. And he's like, guys, shut up. Like, we're like, no, we want to make sure you get the best craft brewery out here in Colorado. And so we're all teasing, what are you going to get? What are you going to get, Kilkenny? What are you going to get? And he's like, I'm just looking at this, this blonde or something like this. They're like, okay. So the waitress comes over to our table, and my brother goes, whatever that blonde guy over there orders, just take him a Coors Light. Whatever you do, I'll give you $5 on top of your tip if you just take him a Coors Light, and don't tell him. Yeah. Just take whatever he orders. And she's like, okay. And so she goes over to his table, and she takes the order. And like, so what'd you get? What'd you get, Daddy? What'd you get? And he's like, this really nice blonde. Like, IBU is like 75. Like, alcohol is, 5.6, a nice cruising altitude for me up in here. High altitude. It's like, whatever, dude. So she comes out with all the beer, gives it to him, and we're like, so Danny, how's that beer? And he's like, it's really nice, very crisp. I'd say one of the better crafts I've had out here in Colorado. And then she circles back with the actual beer he ordered and say, oh, hey, this is for you. And he's like, what's that? She's like, oh, that's the beer you ordered. So it's one of my favorite beer stories. It's a good one.
Did he like the one that they brought, or
I think he just pounded it and just had a couple beers because he was so embarrassed. He had to just cool off with a couple cold ones.
Eating shit with your beer, huh?
We haven't let him live that one down, but it's one of the best stories of all time for me and beer. So just enjoy what you got. Enjoy the buzz, because honestly, that's all that matters when it comes to drinking beer. Anyway, look, man, I do a lot of drinking with my grandma. I mean, she can put them away. And I know you're running out of grandmas, or maybe you have already run out of grandmas a long time ago. And it hurts. Missing that drinking buddy, that special love that only a grandma can give, all gone. Maybe you're one of the lucky ones who still have all the grandmas. Well, screw you. I mean, lucky for you. We're seriously happy for you. But if you wouldn't mind sharing your grandma with those who are less fortunate and have run out of grandma drinking buddies, please consider having your grandma send in an application to Grandmas for People in Pajamas. We are always looking for new grandmas, because a lot of our employees are dying fairly frequently. Not because of working conditions, they just get old. Anyhow, here at Grandma for People in Pajamas, grandmas will come in early in the morning, make breakfast, pinch your cheeks, lick their thumb, and wipe the schmutz off your face. The grandmas at Grandmas for People in Pajamas do it all. Use code VCPOD70 for a 7-day free trial from Grandmas for People in Pajamas. And grandmas, don't forget to apply, and please refer any friends at the bridge table. If they haven't already fully retired, don't come, or you should come work at Grandma for People's with Pajamas. This is not an actual product service idea, just in case you thought it was. It's not. If there is something out there with the same name, we are unaware, have no affiliation, offer no judgment on the actual product, service, or idea.
Oh, here we go into our final scheduled segment here for the episode. And what we are going to find out, if you out there listening, who I'm pointing at, watching the YouTube video or listening on the Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever, Stitcher, SoundCloud, wherever you're listening to this, if you are smarter than a podcaster, Nick and I are going to go toe-to-toe against each other in some trivia from DJ Full-Tilt Boogie. But also, Nick and I are going to be playing a game against you, the listener and viewer. So DJ Full-Tilt Boogie is going to go through about 10 questions. Nick and I are going to alternate who answers first on those questions, and we're going to see who gets more right. And then also combined out of the 10 questions, if we get, how many right we can get together. And 2 brains are better than your one is what I'm calling right now. But you tell us in the comments on YouTube or Instagram on something. Let us know how many questions you got right, and we'll see if you guys are really smarter than a podcaster. I'd say DJ Full-Tilt Boogie, take it away.
Yeah, fellas. Well, this is a new segment. I'm pretty excited. So, shaking down my trivia knowledge. I was digging in the depths of all my DJ constituents, seeing what we have. So,
got to put out the bat signal.
Yeah. Well, so we're gonna shake the bones out on this one a little bit, but let's get you started with a little worldly trivia question here. Let's get it. Let's keep it to a numbers game. How many languages are written in this world from right to left? Not left to right like we do in the States, but right to left.
Oh, you want me to go first? Or do you want
sure,
to go first?
sure,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know. Left to right. How many languages?
Right to left.
Oh, right to left.
Bro, right to left.
You already got
it wrong. That's right to left. I mean, you just got to ask, like, how many languages are there? I know, is it Chinese that's up and down? Or Japanese? One of those. But then there's got to be something right to left. I'm going to go with 2.
I think there's probably a little more, just because I think there's so many out there probably. I'm going to say 5.
Ooh.
Sanskrit?
Final answers? Final answers?
Yeah.
We got Luke with 2, Nick with 5. You are both incorrect. The answer is 12.
Whoa!
12. Among these are Arabic, Aramaic, Kurdish or Sorani, Hebrew, as well as others.
Wow, so Middle Eastern languages got it.
That's what I thought. Like,
I couldn't remember.
But yeah, I thought it was like one of those questions where it was like it's so few, like it's like 1 or 2 or 3.
Yeah,
like, just
I just love how we're like, I should have known that. There's no way I would have known that.
I was gonna say, of like the 13 languages you speak, I figured you would have got a couple.
I see you, DJ Full-Tilt Boogie, man. You're coming for us. All right, all right. Shake it off.
Good.
All right. Well, we'll give you one a little more close to home. This one relates to the States here, fellas. So, number 3 is which Apollo mission successfully put a man on the moon? This is a multiple choice question. Apollo 11, Apollo 12, or Apollo 13?
It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Apollo 12.
I was gonna say Apollo 11 on first gut. That's my answer.
I know it's not 13 because I've seen the movie.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know it wasn't 13.
And is it like the one right before that, or is it the 1, 2 before that? I'm switching my answer. I'm going with 11. We're both going for 11.
Stacking.
We're stacking up. We're stacking up.
Double stacked. Like the number ones. Apollo 11 is correct.
Oh, yeah. Suck it in. All right. Tie game.
There we go.
All right, we'll go back to a little more earthly trivia here. This one should be easy. Now, what is the largest ocean on Earth?
Largest ocean on Earth? The Pacific Ocean. No, Pacific Ocean.
The Pacific Ocean. Yeah, Pacific Ocean.
Unfortunately, you guys are correct.
Double down.
All right, cool.
It also is home to the Marianas Trench, which
Yeah.
is the deepest part of any ocean.
Nice.
And it was also named by Ferdinand Magellan. So,
cool.
Little party knowledge there for you guys, too. All right, so moving on to question 4. What is the longest running Broadway show ever? Here, we'll give it a multiple choice.
Are you going to give us multiple choice?
Give you multiple choice.
Because I think I know. Okay. All right.
So we have...
Wait. Can I give you what I think it is and not lock it in? Like if I say a name and it's on the list, then I know which one I'd pick. But it also show that I'm really smart too.
Well, would that not ruin it if it's on the list?
All right, fine. Give me the options.
You can just tell us if it
then I won't
was.
look stupid.
I just did weird.
Go ahead, read it.
All right, your options are Les Miserables, The Lion King, and The Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, good thing I didn't tell you which one I thought it was.
Excited. That's why I gave you that pause.
I was gonna say cat.
I was gonna say cats.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I hope you all said cats out there, so we're all in the same boat. It's Phantom of the Opera.
That's what when I heard, I thought Phantom of the Opera as well.
Okay.
But I'm kind of like Les Mis maybe, but
no, because Les Mis was, I think, was after.
I'll go Phantom of the Opera. That was
Phantom of the Opera.
gut reaction.
Phantom of the Opera is correct.
Ooh,
Nice.
all right.
Triple down turkey.
Right. These are good questions. Yeah.
And for all our listeners out there, please feel free to submit more questions to our Gmail. And make sure you're writing down your answers so you can compare with our hosts here.
And in the subject, write trivia so we can forward that over to DJ Full-Tilt Boogie without looking at it.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to number 5. We're almost halfway through here. Which of the following was considered one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world? Number 1, the Colosseum. Number 2, the Great Wall of China. Number 3, the Colossus of Rhodes.
Which one is or was?
Sorry.
This might be a trick question. I'm just watching out for trick questions here. That's all. Because I know that list sometimes changes.
I have it as which was considered one of the 7 ancient wonders.
Colossus of Rhodes.
Colossus of Rhodes, yeah.
You are correct. It is the Colossus of Rhodes. All right. See, maybe I gotta get a little tighter with my wording here. So
no. I just thought, because I know that list.
Case.
I know that list has changed, so I thought it was a trick. I really thought it was a trick question.
So, he's just asking Regis, to make sure.
Help me out, Reg.
All right, number 6. Moving on. Well, this is a good one. What is the strongest bone in the human body?
I know. The coccyx. And this is just a free answer.
Yep, this is a free answer.
And it is my turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the femur.
That's what I was thinking. Femur.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Final answers?
Wait, just give me 1 second. Is there anything else?
Oh, the boner. No, I'd say femur.
He changed his answer. He changed his answer.
Wait, did you guys? Oh, you guys are guessing bones. You guys are muscle.
Oh, muscle. Oh.
I heard
no,
bone.
I also heard bone. Oh,
Don't check the playback.
Is that a bonus? Is that a bonus?
Okay, but it's your answer. I have my answer.
Strongest muscle.
It's your answer first, but I have mine.
The sphincter. My sphincter.
Actually, it's the brain because we couldn't be doing any of this without.
So far, it hasn't been the brain for me in this segment.
No, you're doing all right.
We'll do that as a bonus question.
Give me the bone question.
Bone will be the bonus question.
All right. The bone us question. 1 second. The strongest muscle.
Ta, we got time. Time. We're ticking.
No, come on. Give me a second.
Okay.
See, you're in a lot of PT stuff, so you already know what this is, which is
I've been injured multiple times.
Is it the trapezius?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to show you anything. Like I hurt my shoulder over the weekend. But
that'd be so funny if that was the strongest muscle, because like what does it do? Like it's just there.
It's actually the tongue.
Sorry. There's got to be something I'm missing here. Like it's got to be an obvious answer that it's not like the bicep or anything that we can just name. It's got to be like something in the body where you're like, oh, I know it, but I wouldn't think of it right off the bat. You know what it is?
No, no. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I know what it is, but I have my answer.
Oh,
okay.
But I think it's right.
I would say it's the. Do I have to name it, or can I just like point to it?
That's up to DJ Full-Tilt Boogie.
I'm gonna say the.
We'll give you a half a point if you just point to it.
I'm gonna say the abdominals.
The abs.
The abs.
I'm gonna go because it's the biggest, the gluteus maximus.
Ooh, those are good guesses. All right. So to answer your bonus question,
yeah,
the femur was correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so final answers: the abdomen muscles. So that's half point territory. And we have the gluteus maximus.
Yeah.
So the answer for the strongest muscle in the human body.
Wait, is it the thing underneath? It's the thing that breathes your lungs.
He's all excited. He hasn't even heard
No,
it.
the diaphragm. Is it the diaphragm? Sorry, I guessed abs. I'm gonna stick with abs.
The answer is the jaw.
Oh, the jaw muscle.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
The mandible.
You guys are all going lower and lower.
Okay. Yeah, I just thought, bigger's better.
come up closer to that brain.
The impact is probably for the ant. Like the ant, can lift what is it? 10 times its body weight. It's the same with the jaw. It's like a small muscle, but it's got a lot of power. Yeah.
That's a good question.
That's a great one.
All right, we're gonna bring it something to our wheelhouse here. This is
Okay.
sticking with a bit of a movie theme. Who was the first actor or actress to win 4 Academy Awards for Best Actor?
What? I should know this.
What's her name? Meryl Streep. I don't know. I'm not gonna know this one. That's just my guess.
Luke's coming in shooting with Meryl Streep. Nick, should be your wheelhouse.
I know it should be.
You said 4 Oscars. I'm typing.
Actor or actress.
No cheating over there.
I'm not. You see me typing.
Actor or actress. Jeez.
All the movies out there. I'm just trying to fill time. If you didn't realize that, there's so many movies out there that so many.
Daniel Day-Lewis could be on the list, but I don't think he's won that much. There's a lot of people with one, so I'm just trying to create the short list in my head of people who have actually won.
So many. We got a plane to catch.
Wow, you're really killing me with this.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
I can give you. You want it? You want a hint?
No.
Do I get to re-answer?
Yeah, you get to re-answer. Do you want a hint? Or
if there's multiple choice?
No, this is brass tacks trivia.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say, God damn.
It's a favorite of mine.
It's a she. Oh, okay.
There you go. I'll give you a she. It's an actress.
Oh, I nailed it then.
Is it
The lady. You look like a man.
I can't think of her name right now. The one
if you point to her,
Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, no. Who's
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Kate Winslet. Kate Winslet.
Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
Final answers?
Yeah, I got it wrong. I know I got it wrong.
Katharine Hepburn.
Oh.
Wow.
Katharine Hepburn was
Dang.
the first actress and only actress to win 4 Best Acting feature or statuettes, and she got them for Morning Glory in 1933, and some of them are controversial. You have Guess Who's Coming to Dinner in 1967, The Lion in Winter in 1968, and On Golden Pond in 1981.
Wow. So she won the last 3 pretty late in her life.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen The Lion in the Winter.
What did you say? Just for our notes, what did you say?
I said Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet. Nice.
Ooh.
What a babe.
She's not getting 4 Oscars for kicking Leo off that door. Come on.
That one hurt. That one hurt. That was not good.
All right.
I rushed you, but we got time to keep.
Okay.
All right. This one comes from one of our listeners, Aaron. What is a group of flamingos called?
Oh, shrimp posse. Skinny leg motherfucker.
Final answer?
yeah. I'm gonna guess something just wild and out there. Like a pop. They're called a pop.
I'm just gonna go simple with birds, like a flock of flamingos.
Okay.
Got the alliteration.
They're called a pop of flamingos.
Very good. They're called a flamboyance.
Oh, that's what it. That's
That's
like
magnificent.
That's one that's like it was back there. Like yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
Other animals with weird names are crows. They're called a murder. Of crows.
I knew that one. If you would give me that one, Aaron.
Flamboyance. That's awesome.
Thank you,
Nice.
Aaron, for that one. Let's keep it with animal trivia here. What reptile cannot stick out their tongue?
What reptile? That's on me.
I know.
What reptile cannot stick out their tongue? No, it really comes down to what is a reptile. It's not a snake that can't do that because I see them sneaky little snakes.
What's the sneaky say?
What reptile? Is it no? Because like iguanas are like licking their eyes and like chameleons are doing that. I'm gonna go with a Komodo dragon.
What a dragon.
I'm going to guess crocodile/alligator.
Final answers?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't think about those.
And Nick is correct with a crocodile.
Nice.
Crocodiles have a membrane that hold their tongue in place in the roof of their mouth so it will not move. It makes them impossible to stick out their tongues.
Nice.
All right, let's combine our movie and our animal trivia here. 10, final question is, the head of what animal is featured in the famous movie The Godfather?
Oh, I know this.
Multiple choice.
Wait. Do you know it? Do you know?
What
I
was
know
the-
that. Okay.
What was
No.
it was what head was featured in The Godfather?
The head of what animal?
Yeah, I
is
know it.
featured in
Okay. It's the horse.
Horse. Of course.
He's like, you're wrong. It's a cat.
It is a horse.
Nice.
Correct. So, yep. And that wraps us up for our trivia. So,
Dude, those were great. Great job, DJ.
I liked it.
DJ Full-Tilt Boogie coming to a trivia bar near you. All right.
Don't be a hero, mate. You look after your mates, and your mates will always look after you. Yeah, cheers.
Here we are going down under with a little bit of animal trivia. And the last segment at the end, coming into some animal, not trivia, but animal stories here. An unlikely friendship between a magpie and a dog continues to grow.
Aw.
Is a wonderful, wonderful little story that I ran across. So magpies, as I told you a few episodes ago, or many episodes ago, they're notoriously assholes. They are. They're. I've seen plenty of videos of them swooping people walking by. It's hilarious stuff while I'm on this side of the screen. I'm sure it's not fun, but I guess it's hilarious. So anywho, the owners, current owners of the magpie, I guess there's not the owners, but they're the ones who found this bird. They found it at a park and it was injured. The family was like, "Oh no, it's hurt. Oh, let's save it." So they took the magpie home, and they have a dog, Molly, I think. Sorry, I jumped ahead, but yes, the dog I think is Molly, and the magpie they named Peggy. Either one. If I'm wrong, I'll get to it in a second, but switch them back and forth. So the dog just had a litter of puppies, and so she was in mom mode, so she was taking care of the magpie as well. And so their friendship grew. They just beautifulness. Like the magpie wasn't an asshole. Maybe they just needed to see love, and so now they're just like, over that time they just hang out, and the bird leaves and always comes back, and I'm just wondering like what the other magpies are thinking. Like, "Oi, why you smell like mutt?" And then Molly, so Molly is the magpie, my bad, and Peggy's the dog. And she's like, "Oh, it's nothing. Just going to work. I'm gonna be late." And then she flies away and hangs out with Peggy and the babies. And then at first, the other magpies are like, "Oh, okay, that makes total sense." And they're like, "Wait a second, we don't go to work." And then and then that's when like the Birds movie happens, because they're all crazy and magpies,
They're just ostracizing.
Yeah.
Peggy, Molly. Now you got me confused.
I'm confused. I don't know. I'll give the link to it.
You read it.
It's Molly the magpie
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how you remember it. Molly the magpie.
and Peggy the puppy.
Peggy the
Dog.
puppy. The puppy.
So yeah, back to the story. The dog Peggy just had a litter of puppies. It made it with birth. Molly pecked the umbilical cord. Is a whole happy. No, she didn't do that, but it could be probably a Pixar movie. It could be a beautiful, beautiful
Probably
thing.
An Australian Pixar movie. I love
Yeah.
it. We should pitch it.
It's we got something for you.
Wally and Peggy. Peggy and Molly. It's the Thelma and Louise of animal movies.
Yeah, they're gonna handle this.
They're going to drive off a cliff at the end of it.
Well,
What?
no, Molly's gonna pick up Peggy by the collar and
Just
they're just gonna fly away.
And so it's a happy ending. It's as
Yep.
if Thelma and Louise. All right, I'm not going to spoil it.
yeah.
Spoiler alert. Should have said it.
Yeah, I mean that just
That's
goes.
a cute one.
Yeah, that just shows you like in life, you might judge a book by its cover, but you shouldn't. You really shouldn't. Even if it has like an amazing sweet name, like Monster Destroyers or Super Killers, like it could be amazing. And you get to page 55 and you're like, wow, how did we get here? We're so far past that now. And wow, the Mario twins were back then, and Paul Giamatti was there. I remember that time when that alligator couldn't stick his tongue out at us. But Kate Winslet chugging those beers in the gem of the ocean or whatever it was.
Heart
of the ocean. And because that's just what you are. You're doing. You're going through life. There's so many possibilities, and actually there's not that many possibilities. There's only the possibilities that the powers that be want you to have. They just make you think that you have a lot of possibilities and opportunities when they just give you a select few, and you just keep on your way. Keep your head down, and you're not going to get in their crosshairs. You'll be fine that way. Just keep being a sheep, and you might get stuck on a roof, and you never know where your friends are, because the Colossus of Rhodes, it was there, it's not anymore, and you're never going to win 4 Oscars. That's the bottom line.
I appreciate you keeping it real in that summation. Typically, it's a little more like uplifting, but reality check. We are nearing the end of our show. Just got done with Australian news. We're going to do our recommendation station. This is the part of the show where we make sure you walk away with nothing less but an emphatic recommendation for something that we like or believe in or like to eat or something. We cover tech, food, movies, TV, books even sometimes if we're in the mode of reading. Today, I'm going to recommend a little piece of technology that has made my life a lot more easy and organized. I'm recommending the Roku system. This is kind of like, it's a stick you plug in the back of your TV into your HDMI port, and essentially just helps you keep all of your streaming services all kind of in an organized place. It's super quick, super fast. All the login is super easy. It's great if you don't have a game system hooked up to your main TV, or you just want to keep your viewing area clean, or if you don't have a smart TV. This is a great solution, an inexpensive solution for you. A little note, word to the wise: it eats up batteries if you don't shut it off correctly, so make sure you back out of the app and then press the power button. Otherwise, it will stay on all night.
It does get plugged in?
It does get plugged in, but the remote runs out of batteries because it comes with a little Roku remote.
Oh.
So your remote's like, hey, I'm still up. You're going to bed. Wait.
It's like a gaming controller in a way, or like a wireless. Okay.
Yeah. If you leave the console on, the console will stay on, no problem, but the battery will run out of the device, controlling device. $40 for the 4K model, $30 for the standard def. I don't know why you wouldn't just pay the 10 and make sure you're streaming in that nice crispy 4K. So that's it, the Roku system. I like it. I know a lot of people do too.
Excellent. Oh, yeah, that's so sweet.
I want to just thank our listeners for trooping through with us. 5 episodes past the 50 mark. We keep on trucking. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun, and we hope that you're enjoying yourself. If you have any recommendations, any things you want to hear more about, let us know either through social medias or through our email, velocitychaospodcast@gmail.com. You can message us there and interact with us in multiple sites. I want to thank DJ Full-Tilt Boogie for being out here with us.
Hey, thanks for having me out, guys. It's always a good time.
You nailed it with the trivia. Those were good ones.
Yep.
In the strike box, we definitely could have hit some of those a little better, but they were all reachable. Looking forward to that segment coming back again soon. So thanks to you guys. Thanks to DJ. Thanks to Luke for always being sweet. And we'll see you on the next episode. Take it easy.
And this is Luke signing off as well here on the Velocity Chaos Podcast. Oh, just to tap back into that trivia segment, if you were counting at home, together we got 6 right and 4 wrong. So if you got 7 or more, you are smarter than a podcaster. I think Nick got 6. I got 5. So he's got the edge on this one. But we, just like we always say, thank you guys so much. We really do appreciate it. And, when you got a horse head in your bed, you don't want to hang with the Skull and Bones. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in to the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We upload new episodes every Monday and Thursday. Be sure to subscribe and rate us on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. Interact with us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod or on Facebook and YouTube at Velocity Chaos Podcast. We are grateful for your time and hope you enjoyed it here. Please tell a friend, and thank you once again.